Do you ever have some days where you just feel like giving up? Today is not that day because quitting is not an option. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Thinking Effect, where we help you do your daily best. And as always, we thank you for tuning in. This is episode 201. Right? So, quitting is not an option. I have a cousin that's been in jail now for about almost 10 years. Right? I never judged him for what he was in jail for. I believe that no one is perfect, and if he did do something wrong and if he is guilty of it, he is serving his time. This is his path to redemption. So I've been supportive of him financially, but more than that, if he calls, I pick up the phone. And he would always, or he would talk to me about the challenge of just being in prison. He's like, there's savages in here, and it's hard, and I can't. I got to take a shower with flip-flops on. I don't want my feet to touch the floor because men are doing, I don't have to tell you, but what they're doing in the showers. The showers are yucky. That's the word, yucky, right? Aggressiveness in the yard playing basketball, or just as he gets closer and closer to finishing out his time, his 10 years, I think he's at about 8 years and some months. He talks about how hard it is in these final days, pretty much. And how he just wants to wild out and fight and be aggressive because this is the energy that's being brought towards him. And to me, that sounds as if he is about to give up, right? Like he's ready to quit. And I always tell him, like, don't do that. You have, or he has, reached a point to where he is doing his time. So you can't allow the actions of other people to take that away from you. Because imagine, now there's other people in prison who have longer bits to serve. So just because someone else has more time to serve, that doesn't mean that you have to be strong enough not to allow them to take you away from what you've accomplished, right? And on the flip side, what I like to say is you have to ask yourself, what's your goal, right? So in his case, his goal is to get out and create a new life for himself. But if you quit, or if you just fall to the victim of wanting to be a savage like everybody else, what do you do? Like you're literally just throwing it all away. Is that really what you want to do? And think about a time in life when you went through something and you were just ready to give up. You're ready to give up. Do you even understand why you started that particular journey? And I think, sometimes you don't even realize like what you're getting yourself into. Now, the whole point about prison, I don't think nobody is moving with the intent of getting in prison and wanting to stay in prison. But the intent is, what do you want to do when you get out? And if you quit, now you're automatically throwing away everything that you set yourself up for. Everything. And what's most important is when he calls, I pick up the phone. Because if you have other family members or friends or relatives or loved ones that are incarcerated, those calls mean the most to them because it removes them from the environment that they're in. I remember one time I was on the phone with him and I was outside and it had just finished raining. And even in general conversation, he's like, wow, a car had rolled past and he was like, yo, it's raining. I was like, yeah, how do you know? He said, I could hear the dampness on the tires when the car passed. Just the heightened sense of awareness from being inside to what's going on outside. Like little things like that he could pick up on. Or we'll talk about books because he wants to stay grounded, so he'll read particular books. And he's really doing his best, in my opinion, to get back into society, to say like this is what he wants to do. But if you quit, you're going to throw it all away. Right? And sometimes, not sometimes, but most of the time you have to ask yourself like, what's the point of you quitting? Like, are you really quitting because it's hard? Or you just want to do things because it's easy? Anything worth having doesn't necessarily come easy. Your trials may come to you in different ways. Life is going to continually test you. So you can't just give up. You got to keep on pushing. So if you can serve as an inspiration to someone else, or if you can share your story as an inspiration to someone else on why they should keep going, share your story. Now, let's not be silly here. If you tried something over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're not getting the desired result that you want, that doesn't necessarily mean you quit. That means that you need to make an adjustment. Okay, I've tried 100 ways and it didn't work that way, so now I have to try it a different way. But quitting is not an option. Quitting is just like saying you failed. It's like falling down and now you're saying that you don't want to get up. But you're already down. Don't you want to feel what it feels like to win? Quitting don't feel good. Quitting is like defeat. And we're not talking about honorable defeat. Honorable defeat is like when you've given it all that you have. Like you fought, you gave it 110%. Not just, oh, because you got a strong blow to the face, somebody punch you in your jaw, and now you just gonna lay out. Now you gotta swing back. Because life gonna keep coming at you. So quitting is not an option. This is the Thinking Effect, where we help you do your daily best.